Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com. When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
Oh, Kansas.
Here we go.
If I could have today.
You just don't stop giving, do you?
Green flag, we're underway.
The closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history. Close to downtown, amazing campgrounds. 3 NASCAR races in one weekend, and it's the playoffs.
Goddamn right.
Now you're just showing off. But we're not mad. In fact, we're looking forward to it. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 26th through the 28th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Salt Mine City is your go-to spot in the Haymarket for craft beer and great food on Saturday game days. Kickoff this week is at 11 a.m., so doors open at 9 a.m. with $10 breakfast bowls and breakfast burritos available until the game starts, plus $6 Bloody Marys all day. If Bloody Marys aren't for you, try one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, your Haymarket game day go-to at 8th and R.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, that's 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to BeBigNow.org.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance. 93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL Weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy. See an afternoon high around 87. Tonight, a slight chance of showers and storms. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies, below around 70. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and hot with a high around 93. I'm meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
All right. Welcome to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday, September 11th. This Saturday at 11 a.m., Houston Christian versus Nebraska. 11 o'clock a.m. kickoff early in the morning for me. Bock TV, Fox Sports 1. But you're going to be at the game.
Yeah, I am going to the game this week. It'll be my first time to Memorial Stadium. I like to pay close attention to, of course, everything on the field, especially, when some of those younger Huskers get in for the future. But I'm interested to see what the lines are like there at the beer lines. I don't drink myself, so I'm just going to look. But
they didn't drink much.
They did.
The alcohol stuff came out yesterday.
There's plenty of alcohol left.
Plenty of alcohol left over, Bock. I don't drink alcohol, Bock, but it was too much left over. I got to bring it up, Bock.
So between that and the new food, I might get a red hamburger or a red dyed hamburger bun or something like that there. So I'm looking forward to that. The elote on the corn I heard was fantastic. So
all right, Bock, here's it go. Fans react to alcohol sales at Memorial Stadium. UNL told First Alert 6 that 38,782 beers were sold in Memorial Stadium during the game.
121,000 already?
Among nearly, they didn't say. I
thought that's what they were saying.
Yeah, I don't know, but they only said it was what 38,000.
38,000.
Yeah, that's not nothing. They was light drinkers. That game.
Yeah.
Maybe for the Michigan game, you might hit 72,000. You have to double that.
I don't know, because that was the night game. The well in hand. You thought that maybe if the action on the field is excitable. I mean, maybe it was just the lines. Maybe again they have to kind of figure out that sort of stuff, but. I don't know if that's good news or bad news. I suppose it was fine. We didn't really hear of any trouble from anything. At least I didn't, as far as beer drinkers out there. So yeah. I think things will go smoothly from on. But I did hear a lot of people say the lines were long, which beer lines are always long. So good luck.
Yeah, they're always long. Another thing, Bock, this week game, players haven't played in this heat yet, Bock. 92 degrees. That's the high, and this is 11 a.m. game. Maybe we see, not maybe, but you're going to see players who probably drop a little bit because of the heat index is really high. They haven't played in this type of heat yet, not even yet, but this is the first game this season where it's going to be 90 plus for them, and heat's going to play a factor in this game.
Yeah, that's interesting. Of course, those black sidelines that they've got going on.
Oh, yeah.
That could play a factor in here too. So I don't think it's going to be a big deal year in and year out, but there's going to be a few games that are going to be pretty hot, a few games that are going to be pretty cold. Again, with this being Houston Christian, you don't have to break it
Texas
down.
Guys, they probably used to this heat.
That could be
Houston guys. I mean, it's 87 today, 91 tomorrow, Friday, 92 Saturday.
That's too hot.
Yeah. You won't make it to halftime, Bob.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Are you taking your son?
No.
Why not, Bob? You got to start taking the kid to the game, Bob.
I took him to the Husker games where it's less loud.
You're having too many date nights with the wife. You got to enjoy. you got to have these memories with the kid, Bob. Especially when he's little. He got to put on his Husker gear.
He would distract me from the game at this point. I think. I don't think he'd sit through the whole
I don't know how long you'll pay attention to Houston Christian, Bob, or Houston Baptist. I mean, you might be gone the first quarter. I mean,
No.
I'm willing to bet over and under, Bob.
No, I don't. I know
over or under, Bob. If it's 50 to zip at halftime, would you leave?
I don't. I might. We'll have to see.
It's a damn lie,
on who
Bob.
I'm going
You're
with.
lying. That's a lie. If it's 50 to zip, Bob, in the first quarter, you're leaving. I mean, not in the first quarter, first half. You're leaving at halftime.
Well, I might be able to see some of the guys that don't get in.
Man, Bock, you're a real Husker fan, my man. When you say you want to see those guys.
It is important to note there's no light show, so they're gonna have something that maybe keep the extra folks around. Maybe that paid was part of what we're keeping people there last week.
Yeah, Eric says maybe there was so much beer left over because people leaving at halftime. Hey, they might not sell that much beer this week then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who wants to drink it to 92-degree weather? That's another thing.
Yeah.
You're going to see some people try to drink this weekend. It's 92 degrees. Only thing I can tell you is pace yourself. Pace yourself.
Yeah.
Because, you know, me being an ex-drinker, I've drunk in the heat. I know what it can do to you. That heat doesn't play. It turns you into a different person. Alcohol and heat, oh, man, one of the worst two things. Not a good combo? Not a good combo, Bob.
Well, like you said, what 38,000? That's close to half of Memorial Stadium getting a beer or close to half a beer for everybody. So again, I don't think it would be too big of a problem. But
we're selling food at prices of NFL games.
Was it that bad?
I'm just saying. I heard. Red buns. You think they come cheap?
Well, actually went to the Arrowhead game, and you do get the NFL prices there. I hope that never comes to Memorial Stadium. That little bit of a drag down on the overall experience. I'll say, not that it was bad at all. I enjoyed it altogether, but it was a little bit of it goes in the cons as far as the pros and cons. The visit to Arrowhead.
Yeah, I wish no will here. Old Dad 34 said lines were long and the cost of beer is high. Well, you got two choices. Don't drink at the game and don't drink at all. I'm just saying, I don't want to come to a point where we're playing a team and we just get rowdy. I just don't want that part of it with the alcohol sales. And, it's good to sell. You only sold 38, so $12 nachos. Oh, my God, that's more than what's these little taco stand people that be around here, Bob?
Yeah, it might be a little more.
What's up? They got about 10 stores in Lincoln. What's the name of them?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't eat tacos?
I don't have like a go-to nacho place.
Well, they sell nachos, but they sell everything. They Deleons. Yeah, Deleons only $16.
Machaca burger right there.
$12 for nachos.
Well, you're expected to pay a little bit more when you're at a game.
I'm trying to start bringing me some bologna sandwiches and put it in my back pocket and walk around. Hey, I tell you.
You got the Players Lounge. You don't have to worry about that.
Well, yeah, but sometimes you can't get in there.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't sign up.
Is that right?
Luckily, Jay Foreman was with me this weekend.
Oh, yeah, he got me to get you in.
Because I signed up, but somehow I didn't sign up.
Oh,
so
you can't just show up and say I'm Terrell Farley?
No, it's not easier than that.
Right, yeah.
I wish Nebraska could do a lot. I mean, they do more right now, but we could do better.
No, there's a lot of former players.
Yeah, there's a lot of former players that can too. I mean, it's like Ohio State. They do great with their guys. I don't even think they guys go get a sideline pass. It's just so you just see them on the sideline. With us, we only get 2 a year, which is great because it used to be 1 a year. Now Matt Rule bumped it up to 2. Hopefully, we can just come to any home game we want to.
What are your two going to be this year? Because Michigan, you already get in. Right?
Michigan, I'm already in. USC.
Yeah. USC.
Yeah.
They're going to wear all dark?
I'm going to order that black and white Husker jumpsuit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear that.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy it if I can make some money. And plus, I got a fund me, GoFund.
Yeah.
If you want to get to Terrell Farley, 93.7 the ticket, black shirt for the blackout.
Yeah.
I want to wear the all black. They have them on Facebook. You seen them yet? It's an all black jumpsuit they got. It's like for the blackout. Like an alternate jersey type of jumpsuit.
I got to check that out.
Yeah, you got to check it out. It's not too bad, though.
Yeah.
All right, Bock. Today is Smoking Guns Jerky of Nebraska Day here at 93.7. The ticket is the area's best choice for small batch gourmet jerky. At Smoking Guns Jerky of Nebraska, everything they make is done entirely in the store. It's no mass production, but carefully handcrafted every time. There are 2 places you can go get it, Bock. You can stop by the store at 443 North 48th Street, or you can order at smokinggunsjerky.com. Use code FARLEY Farley to get you 10% off your order. Smoking Guns Jerky of Nebraska, Nebraska's go-to store for beef jerky. All right, I'm teaming up with these guys, and we're going to push this product until we can push it into Memorial Stadium and have it on the menu out there.
Oh, there you
Nothing
go.
like a little beef jerky and beer, Bock. if you're watching the game.
Yeah, and there's a lot to choose from today. We're not going to do it now, but we're going to try later in the show. They've got Baby beef jerky. We've got Wicked Awesome beef jerky, which Wicked kind of scares me, so we'll have to try that one out.
We know Bock doesn't do well with hot stuff. Yeah,
the hot stuff has cost me a segment before. And black and pepper and garlic, which I love black pepper, so I'll be looking forward to that one. So we'll have those to try it a little bit later. We'll let you know the reviews.
All right, Bock. Like I said, Nebraska plays at 11 o'clock, Bock, on Saturday. I'm not going to the game, but I can tell you this, Bock. This is the best Saturday right here to be a couch potato. And when I say a couch potato, Bock, these are the games that are on Saturday, Bock. Number 12, Clemson versus Georgia Tech. Great game.
Great game.
Number 19, Alabama versus Wisconsin. Some call that a great game.
Could be interesting.
Could see how Wisconsin responds.
Either way, yeah.
Either way. Number 6, UGA at number 15, Tennessee. Go Bulldogs.
That's right.
That's all the thing I got to say. As a player, Kirby Smart was 0-4 against Tennessee. As a coach, how many victories you think he got against them, Bob?
I think they've won the last 8.
8?
Is it 8 of them?
8
there
of
you
them.
Go.
0-4 as a player, 8-0 as a coach.
8-0, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Bob. Number 5 versus probably the hottest team in the nation, South Florida versus Miami. If South Florida beats Miami, can they be number 1?
They should be number 1. Yeah. You're not wrong.
They need to be in the top 10.
They will be. I think they're going to shoot up to and then they're obviously the group of 5's favorite to make the run and make the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, if they beat Miami, they've got a pretty solid argument for number 1, and I think they'll at least be, number 9, number 10.
Yeah, I think they too. All right, Bob. Number 3, LSU versus Florida. Can Florida come back? Can Florida upset? Because we're going to talk about all these one-loss teams later, Bob, and we're going to see if a 0-2 Notre Dame gets in the bowl game after going 0-2. If it looks that bad, they might be a first 3-loss team to make it. It's going to be a 3-loss team in it this year. I said it last year. I don't know if it happened, but this year, I'll guarantee you a 3-loss team will get in the playoffs. All right, Bob. Number 8, Notre Dame versus 16, Texas A&M.
Which is why you said Notre Dame could have 2 losses here.
Yeah, early.
Potentially this weekend. Yeah.
Early. All right, number 11, South Carolina versus Vanderbilt. Number 17, Ole Miss versus Arkansas. Duke versus Tulane. Have you heard about Duke quarterback?
Yeah. Darian Mensah. Is it Darian? I can't remember his first name, but Mensah.
They wrote a story about this kid, and he had 2 scholarships out of high school. And now, Bock, he's about to, if he fulfill his contract at Duke, he will make $800 $8 million, not 800, $8 million by the time he leaves there.
That's not a bad deal.
That's not a bad deal.
He was one of the highest paid, I think, in the offseason as far as transfer portal quarterbacks.
Yeah, if you read his story, man, I was reading it earlier, but I didn't write anything down, so I'm not going to go over that. All right, Bock, your guys, Minnesota versus Cal.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good game.
Late night one. Minnesota's going to have to stay up for that one.
This is a couch potatoes dream right here when you say this. Because I'm not moving. I'm going to come do pre-show, pre-game. I'm going back home, and I'm not going to be bothered for the rest of the day. I'm going to go get me four tall cans of Red Bull, probably 3 bottles of Mountain Dew.
Oh, you're staying up.
Yeah, and Casey has these jalapeno chips, puffs that I love. Not expensive.
Yeah.
Get a bag of those. My dogs love them.
You can save some money staying at home this weekend.
Oh yeah. Now and then I go out and get me some food. I probably get me something probably later on that day, but I will be waiting for the Terrence Crawford fight later on.
Oh yeah,
night.
yeah.
We're gonna talk about that next segment, but we're gonna talk about who wins, who you got, what they got to do to win. So, and then tonight, NFL Thursday Night Football, Commanders versus Packers. Are the Packers a new team to beat in the NFC, Bob?
Yeah, certainly in the NFC North, they look to have taken that take the lead over that from the Lions, obviously from Week 1. The Commanders got the win over the Giants too, so you got a battle of two 1-0 teams going in here. Could be two of the best teams, like you're saying, in the NFC. So who knows? Could be a preview for the NFC Championship game down the line. Obviously, maybe not the absolute favorites in that, but definitely could play out that way. And with that game you can hear right here on 93.7 The Ticket. So we're excited for that. But I also wanted to mention, as far as the college football schedule goes, that gets kicked off tonight. North Carolina State and Wake Forest both undefeated playing each other. But tomorrow night is really what I was looking at as you're mentioning all the Saturday games. Some interesting ones. Colorado starting a new quarterback at Houston on Friday night on ESPN. Kansas State at Arizona on Fox. Kansas State's 1-2. They need that victory badly. And then New Mexico at 1-1 at 0-2 UCLA. Speaking of a team that needs it badly. So Friday night's got some storylines to it too.
All right, Bob, let's go to break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the Canelo and Crawford fight. Keys to victory. Who you with? And what round you predicted to go? 93.7 The Ticket. Bock The Blackshirt.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's specials through September 16th are $1 off ready-to-eat meals, 20% off all pasta, and 8-ounce grass-fed, grass-finished sirloins for $9 each. Plus, stop by for lunch on Fired Up Thursday at the Mercado East or Fired Up Friday at the Mercado North. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney and Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy. See an afternoon high around 87. Tonight, a slight chance of showers and storms. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies, below around 70. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and hot with a high around 93. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Salt Mine City is your go-to spot in the Haymarket for craft beer and great food on Saturday game days. Kickoff this week is at 11 a.m., so doors open at 9 a.m. with $10 breakfast bowls and breakfast burritos available until the game starts. Plus $6 Bloody Marys all day. If Bloody Marys aren't for you, try one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, your Haymarket game day go-to at 8th and R.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs have been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
Get in and win with Limitless Male Medical, the men's health experts. We are the proven leaders in testosterone and peptide therapy. Don't play around with a sub-shop franchise that just popped up. At Limitless Male, this is serious medicine. Full lab panels, real providers, years of experience focused only on men's health. Don't be fooled by crash course owners. Trust the team that knows hormones inside and out. Limitless Male Medical. Your health is not a game.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinnie Krikak of State Farm Insurance.
Get in and win with Limitless Male Medical, the men's health experts. We are the proven leaders in testosterone and peptide therapy. Don't play around with a sub-shop franchise that just popped up. At Limitless Male, this is serious medicine. Full lab panels, real providers, years of experience focused only on men's health. Don't be fooled by crash course owners. Trust the team that knows hormones inside and out. Limitless Male Medical. Your health is not a game.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. Saturday, September 13th. Bud Crawford versus Canelo. Undercard start at 5:30. Bock. Fight doesn't really. Main event starts at 9:30. The main event starts at 11. Why do boxing always start that late? I know they're fighting in Las Vegas, $65 million at 6,500 at the stadium where the Raiders play at. What you think about it, Bob?
Yeah, it is interesting, especially that part. I think for the fans that just kind of jump into boxing every once in a while, just remember it is a late start time for the main event. So keep that in mind as you kind of plan maybe to go to different places to watch the fight. Or the fights, but in any case, it's a very exciting one. You know, kind of the latest iteration of fight of the year, and Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford. Obviously, Bud Crawford's got the local support around here, but really, trying to do something that's never been done as far as jumping through weight classes and the amount of belts he has. I could pull it up. I'm just kind of spitting off the top of my head here, but there's kind of the technical fight behind it here. So we'll see. I mean, it's Crawford has won titles in 4 weight classes and has been undisputed champion at the junior welterweight and welterweight. If he beats Canelo, he'd become the first fighter in mid boxing to unify all 4 major belts in 3 divisions. So that's the technical terms for it. But it's going to be an exciting time, and it's just great to have Nebraska, an Omaha-born competitor in the match. I mean, obviously, if he wins this one, I think his legacy goes up and springs up quite a bit, and we have all those.
Puts him up there with Floyd.
Athletes. Yeah, I think so.
I put it on that. But by the way, Alvarez, as the younger fighter and larger fighter, is currently listed as a minus 160 favorite to win by BET MGM, while Crawford currently sits at plus 105 underdog. How much do I need to bet, Bock, to win, let's say, 10 G's?
I do not know that.
Now, he's 100. Now, I don't gamble, so I don't know the terms of plus 165. So if I bet $50, I wonder how much I would win.
I do not know that. I'm not very. I haven't.
Well, if anybody want to loan me $1,000, I mean, if we win, we win. If we don't, we don't.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's going to be a great fight. But I think when you talk about a guy like Terrence Crawford, who's real angry right now because of the respect level of boxing, and he had to leave Top Rank just to go get these deals he's got in the last two games, last two matches, Earl Spinks, now this one. What doesn't sit right for me is the payout, Bob. Terrence Crawford getting $10 million, Alvarez $100 million.
Yeah,
that is crazy. Right there,
certainly disbalancing that, but that's boxing. I mean, that's what it's always kind of been.
I mean, I think people want to see Bud more. I mean, I know Alvarez is a bigger market with his international stuff and how he boxes, and he's done fought probably 60 matches or something like that. But I don't understand why he gets that much money over Bud.
Yeah, 63 matches for him. And like you said, I mean, a lot of it is about just kind of promotion, making yourself a name, all that sort of stuff. And Bud's always kind of been more willing to kind of sit back and let his fights do the speaking for him. So again, I think that the bigger purses may come if you get this sort of win, kind of help his own popularity within the sport of boxing as a whole. So we'll see. I don't know how many more years, how many fights Bud wants to go, but I think that especially obviously winning this one could land him a bigger purse down the line.
Yeah. Then Corey, 3578 says bet 50 to win 76. I don't like that. I want to capitalize. Like I want to bet like 50 and quadruple it to like 10,000. Like like betting on a horse who's predicted to come in last and he comes in first.
So there, we've got some people kind of saying, kind of helping us out with the terms a little bit. So plus 160, you win 160 on a $100 bet, so you'd win 80 on a $50 bet.
Nah, that's okay.
So it's gonna be tough for you to, you have to put some money down to win too much.
Yeah, I'm better off going to the horseshoe and trying to put $50 in there.
Yeah, could be.
Eric says get Nick in there for your better questions. I mean, he's not good.
That's
he's
true.
not good at all, but he knows about it. Oh yeah, I used to see Nick in there all the time. I told him one time, I said, "Hey, you need to stay out of here."
Well, he's pretty good at what's the one that's
the parlays.
No, what's the where you just bet $1 on the number that shows up? It's like Plinko, or I can't remember what it's called.
Keno.
Yeah.
He's not on our.
He
Keno
seems to
level.
be pretty good at Keno.
He never played Keno with me. I used to be great at Keno. I would bet $100 on my football number, and one time it landed 3 times.
Oh, really?
In a row.
Yeah.
So that was like $900 I won. You play 100, win 300. So I used to be the Keno king. It's no fun no more. I mean,
it's fun to win.
Yeah, it's fun to win. Corey in Lincoln says Bud might be 2 years older than Canelo, but Canelo has fought twice as many rounds.
Yeah,
double the wear and tear as Bud. You're right. If I had to go with anything, I say this is gonna be a good one, Bob. I mean, Bud is a great fighter. He understands how to change his motion of fighting in the ring. He's good to adapt to something he sees quick. Now, Canelo is a hard hitter. Can Bud take those hits? Can he take those punches? Can he take those jabs? Can he take that body work? Same thing with Canelo. He's an older guy. I mean, I'm just saying, for me, I got Bud probably in the 9th round.
Wow. A knockout then.
TKO. Put him to sleep, Bud.
Yeah. We'll see.
On the worst side,
yeah.
Bud gets knocked out in the 5th.
Well, we hope not to see that. For what it's worth, Canelo's last 7 fights, I think, have went the distance. So that's why I think this one might do the same. And that might actually help out Crawford, though. I think Crawford, Bud, obviously, can go southpaw and can go with his traditional, right-handed stance, too. And I just kind of take from what I've read from Amir Khan, who fought both of these guys. He said it's a great fight for the fans. He says if it comes down to being a boxer and moving around, I got Crawford destroying Canelo easily. So, if it does go 12 rounds, that might favor Bud in that case. And so that's what my prediction would be, Bud in 12 rounds. But kind of interesting to see where it is. Canelo, he says, again, this is Amir Khan, who fought both those guys. So Canelo has to dig deep and go back to when he used to fight back in the day against the likes of Mayweather and those guys where he just wants to walk through you. He says a 50-50 fight, I lean toward Crawford because Crawford is the fresher fighter. And Canelo has had too many fights too. The point that we got earlier from the text line. So it's interesting. A lot of people kind of break it down. But that's from one guy that's been in the ring with both of them.
All right, Box. So we're looking at this said Canelo to fight Terrence Crawford in the battle of Pete pound for pound greatest and to make history at $2 billion. Ooh, this may be $2 billion fight, Box. When you look at the money, I think this is good for boxing.
Oh, it absolutely is. I mean, this is a little break from the Jake Paul kind of celebrity boxing thing that the boxing unfortunately has turned into for a lot of the boxing period. So there's, I want to see two guys get knocked out or whatever, go at it, whether they're professional boxers or not. I mean, that could be entertaining too. But this kind of gets you back into the realm of talking about some of the all-time best. I mean, we had Mike Tyson, who was considered one of the all-time best, facing Jake Paul. But again, at this point in his career, that was more of a celebrity boxing event than this one, which is, two of the best in the world to go at it. All
right, Bach, when we look at the comparisons to these twos, Crawford, 37, Canelo Alvarez, 34. Fights, Bud, 41. Canelo, 66. Wins, 41 for Bud, 62 for Canelo. Losses, 0 for Bud. Losses for Canelo, 2. Draws, 0 for Bud. Draws, 2 for Alvarez. 31 knockouts, Crawford. 39 knockouts, Alvarez. Weight, height, 5'8" apiece. They both 5'8". Weight, I don't even know how they do this, Bach. I don't know about how they say this. 12 ST, 11 ST.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that in boxing wise. Reach. Bud has the advantage in the reach. 74 inches. Canelo 70.5. So this is probably an even fight. I don't know how much weight that Canelo has over Bud. Probably a 15 to 20 pound weight advantage.
Yeah, we'll see. I was just looking into it with Alvarez. The only 2 times he's lost, they've got, it's gone the distance. It's gone 12 rounds. So I think that kind of makes it interesting here. Canelo Alvarez, again, is fighting at 168 pounds. Terrence Crawford is moving up from 154 pounds to be, around that same area. So, I mean, they're going to be trying to be there. But again, it's about one guy kind of fighting at his natural weight, another guy adjusting to the moves, to the extra weight that's on him. And that's where the question is with Bud. Is he going to have the same type of quickness and speed with the extra weight?
All right. Also, Bob, they be wearing 10-ounce gloves down from 16 ounces. What's the difference?
Well, a little bit more pop with any less amount of ounce, right?
Well, I don't know, Bob. I'm not a boxer guy.
Yeah.
The only thing close to boxing that I have done is Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Nice.
Where I was Glass Joe and I beat Mike Tyson, Super Macho Man, Ball Bull.
You had to fight through them all.
Glass Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I beat them all. So I don't.
So you know a little bit.
Yeah, I know a little bit. I wanna get one of those RV. What they call those things? Did you put over your face?
Oh yeah.
And they have the boxing thing to it.
Yeah.
I seen people get knocked out just watching.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah.
They're just falling over.
Yeah, they just running everywhere, swinging. I mean, you probably have to go outside and do some stuff like that.
VR.
Yeah, the VR. I would love to have one of those VRs and try to box and box like that. Keep you in shape.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, good workout.
Yeah, I mean, me and VJ can settle our differences like that. We both get some VRs. And we just box like that. That'd be a great time.
I'm surprised you've never gone into a boxing sort of atmosphere. Ever boxed anybody?
Yeah,
just in the backyard or something. Yeah, a little bit of that. Yeah,
I have.
So that's yeah.
Yeah, but when you hit me the wrong way, I'm picking up something and I'm hit. No.
Boxing turns into backyard wrestling pretty quickly.
Backyard brawl. You know what I'm saying? Ladder, chairs, and all on top of the roof. I jump off the roof there. So.
That's why you look for the equalizer.
Yeah, so there's no fun in getting punched on if you're not a boxer. So I guess I'm not a boxer then. All right, Bock, let's go to break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about Emmett Johnson, man. His stats. What is he doing? Number 8 in the nation in Russia. When we come back from the break, or while we go on the break, give me the 5th texter. How many yards Emmett is averaging over 2 games right now to get a free gift card to Bar 48? Start now. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock the Blackshirt.
Get in and win with Limitless Male Medical, the men's health experts. We are the proven leaders in testosterone and peptide therapy. Don't play around with a sub-shop franchise that just popped up. At Limitless Male, this is serious medicine. Full lab panels, real providers, years of experience focused only on men's health. Don't be fooled by crash course owners. Trust the team that knows hormones inside and out. Limitless Male Medical. Your health is not a game.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to BeBigNow.org.
Okay.
Here we go.
Second half today.
You just don't stop giving, do you?
Green flag, we're underway.
The closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history.
What a finish, boys.
Close to downtown, amazing campgrounds. 3 NASCAR races in one weekend, and it's the playoffs.
God damn drive.
Now you're just showing off. But we're not mad. In fact, we're looking forward to it. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 26th through the 28th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy. See an afternoon high around 87. Tonight, a slight chance of showers and storms. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies, below around 70. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and hot with a high around 93. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
Need a tractor that works as hard as you do? Whether you're baling hay or feeding cattle, a John Deere 6M or 6R from Landmark Implement is built to handle it all. And right now, you can get 0% fixed rate financing for up to 72 months on new in-stock models. That's 6 years with 0 interest on the tractor your operation depends on. Hurry into your local Landmark Implement or visit landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, Zach. Zach is the winner of the Bar 48 gift certificate we're giving out. Congratulations, Zach. If you didn't know, Emmett averages 124 yards. Bob, right now, he's number 8 in the nation when you talk about rushing. And I can go over some of the guys right quick that's in this thing right now. Michigan running back, Justice Hayes. He's in it, Buck. He's number 3 right now. He's number 4 in the nation at 282 yards, 284 yards, and 35 carries, 142 yards a game. This is a team that's going to come in here next week that we're going to play. Johanna Coleman, Washington running back. He's at 288 off 39 carries, 140. Rashad Dublin is the leader. Him and Robert Henry Jr. 336 yards, 168. So there's no significant lead right now in this rushing. No, Emmett can probably get 150. He can get 200 this game right here if he wants to, but I don't think Matt Rules has a chance to will play him that long.
Yeah, I think it kind of just goes back to, not necessarily about yards, but maybe kind of a touch limit for Emmett Johnson this week. We'll see. If it's around 15, like you said, could break out to however many that 15 gets him. And obviously, the context of the game and the score and all that's gonna matter too. But we all kind of assume a blowout here. Like you said, we do have our winner here, Zach, off the text line. Zach, please text in your last name. We've got your phone number and your first name down. We just need your last name here. He is the winner of the Bar 48 gift card. Bar 48 is Lincoln's newest craft cocktail lounge, conveniently located on North 48th Street. Bar 48 offers everything from cocktails, beer, wine, and so much more. Follow Bar 48 on Facebook to stay up to date on their live music performances every Saturday night. Make plans to visit Bar 48 on North 48th Street in the heart of the University Place neighborhood today. But yeah, I think the snap count, the touch count for Emmett is going to be interesting. I'm also intrigued. Last week they were up 33-0. They wanted to send a message. They wanted to keep pushing. They brought their starters out for the second half. If they're in a similar situation, Terrell, you think they rest their starters at after half, or you think they might bring them out again for a third quarter?
Well, probably don't know what speech they're going to get this halftime. Hopefully they don't be looking in the mirror about, we don't need them in the mirror and trying to figure that out. I think you go the same pedigree you went last week. You play them to a little bit in the third. I think you can mix it up again like they did, so you can see what guys that can help you out against Michigan, because if you look at this Michigan team, this is going to be a strong offensive line. This is going to be a big challenge for this defense this next week. So you go by this week and you try to work on the things that you need to work on before you get to the Michigan game. If not, it's going to be a long game. But, like I said, Bach, this is going to be one of those games where you can put that guy in. What's his name that got the safety? What's his name? James Williams 2. That's what I'm going to call him.
Cade Petrock?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so guys like that, he can work on some of those techniques. So now you're trying to find guys that you can substitute with during the real games when the Big Ten play comes alive.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see. I think that's a big part of this week is continuing to build and develop that depth chart, like we're talking about, the depth on the team. And these guys will be needed. These are critical, important snaps to kind of get those, the initial nerves or whatever it might be out of the way. And get them used to playing football at this level. And, some of these guys, they might not even get all that many opportunities here Saturday, but down the line, some injuries come into play. They might be asked to step up. So it's going to be huge again for depth. And that's why I urge people, even if the scoreboard is lopsided, that you might want to stay and check it out and kind of see how the reserves can handle it this week. Because a lot of these guys will be future starters, obviously, and maybe needed down the line. So it's going to be exciting to see how that plays out. The second half, for what it was worth last week, they scored more points than they did in the first half. So that was good to see. I'd like to see that as well this week, just because it shows you're not taking your foot off the gas. You're working, you're continuing, and you're having success. It's not just put the backups in, they learn from their mistakes. Put the backups in, and if they have success again on another week, you're feeling quite high going into Michigan. Is there any sort of anything that they could do this week, Terrell, in your mind, to send a message to Michigan, or is this all about Houston Christian?
This is all about Houston Christian. You're talking about a team who plays basically with a crowd of 5,000. Going to be starstruck when they come into this stadium. Now, the stats on this team is I don't know if they're FBS or whatever they are, but FBS, they average 223 yards rushing a game, 170 through the air. Total offense, almost 400 yards. Scoring offense, 39.5 points a game. They're only giving up 68.5 yards rushing a game, Bach. 70.5 in the air. 139 total, Bach, yards. Now, Nebraska might put up 800 yards on these guys, so their rank would definitely go up. But, this is one of those games where let's play at 11, let's get it over with, and let's go home.
Yeah, I mean, this was, again, for the FCS level, they finished last year 5-7, but did have some games where they exploded and scored a lot. Last year against SMU, for what it's worth, 59-7. You're kind of looking at their big game that they stepped up, and UTSA, another team here at the FBS level, they lost 45-7 last season. Now on to this year. Those stats that you're reading off are interesting, but like Nebraska, they kind of got a similar 2 games so far. One that was competitive. They did end up losing to Eastern Kentucky. That's Eastern Kentucky, not Western Kentucky, for those trying to think, whoa, that's not too bad. 20-10 to Eastern Kentucky. So that's kind of their competitive game. But they won their first game 69-0. So that was an opportunity for them against Arkansas Baptist to kind of pad the stats a little bit as well. So it is interesting. I think the most interesting number that they have coming in this game is, like you mentioned, is that they've done a lot of their damage so far on the ground. And Nebraska's obviously had a little bit of trouble defending that. But again, those numbers can be inflated because against their first opponent that they beat 69-0, again, they had 402 yards in that game against Arkansas Baptist. So that helps your stats out a little bit. Against Eastern Kentucky, again, a little bit more of a close competitive game. They had 42 yards rushing. So again, stats can kind of lead you one way or the other.
Yeah.
When they have the advantage, they poured on. When they did not, they had trouble getting anything going in the ground game last week. In fact, they had 1.3 yards per carry in 4 turnovers. And now they get to step up in the competition against Nebraska. Again, it could potentially be pretty ugly, but of course, around here, we were happy with pretty ugly last week because that was ugly for Akron's side, great for Nebraska's side. And it could, I assume the same thing's going to happen this week.
All right, Bach, let's go to break. And when we come back, I need Bach to go get some water because Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska taste test coming up next. Bach in the Black Shirt, 93.7 The Ticket. If you want to get some Smoking Gun Jerky, go by the store at 443 North 48th Street, or you can order online at smokinggunjerky.com. Use code word Farley for 10% off your order. Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska, Nebraska go-to store for beef jerky. 93.7 Ticket. We'll be right back.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking top models from Can-Am, Kawasaki, Honda, Polaris, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Indian Motorcycle, Sea-Doo, and Triton trailers. Score big on our massive selection of Can-Am side-by-sides with rebates up to $3,000 on select in-stock models. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location. They can't wait to get you set up for football season.
Water heater gone? Call Bryant. The price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. And in most cases, same-day replacement. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at UCLA in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at HuskerFanTravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a hotel in scenic Santa Monica, an exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on your game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA is not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at UCLA. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at HuskerFanTravel.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinnie Krekak of State Farm Insurance.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
All right, welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are powered
by
Bauer.
Infrastructure.
Bauer.
Underground.
Barrett.
Excavating.
All right, September 11th, we are now ready for the Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska taste test. Bock, first on the list, Bock, is an Old Baby.
Oh, baby.
Old Baby beef jerky made with sweet baby back raised barbecue sauce.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
No wonder they called Old Baby.
Yeah, I love sweet raised.
Yeah.
Yeah, mild, sweet, all of them. All right, Bock, let's go ahead and bite in.
As usual, to be expected, good texture here.
I like that.
Oh, yeah,
Taste
you can
that
taste that
barbecue.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mm.
Fantastic. Can't go wrong with this choice. Yeah, if you like it's not like jerky dipped in barbecue or anything, but you can taste it a little bit in there. So it's a nice taste. I love it.
Especially when you suck on the juice part of it. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
That gets real good. All right, Bock. Now, Bock, black pepper and garlic. Robust, bold, and flavorful.
That's right.
Now, let's go ahead and try this one. Black pepper and garlic beef jerky.
As you're opening the bag, I've already tasted it. It's fantastic. Like I said, love black pepper. You can definitely taste that in there. You never go wrong with garlic. So a classic combination makes for some fantastic jerky, especially with the people behind it making. Like again, the best thing about this jerky, in any bag you get, is it's not rough or hard to chew through. It's smooth.
Oh yeah, this is nice. Mm-hmm. This is nice. Some of the best beef jerky I ever had right here. All right, well. Now, you have your water?
Yes, I do.
All right, Bock. This one is called Wicked Awesome.
I took a smaller piece here because I'm worried this one might.
Wicked Awesome beef jerky. Guess what it's do, Bock?
What's it?
Lives up to its name.
Okay, so it should be wickedly awesome.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get a little half a piece out. I don't want too big of a piece myself. I don't want my mouth to burn off. But let's go.
Yeah, initially chewing through it, not like overwhelming or anything. Sometimes it can be the aftertaste. It can definitely taste a little bit of spice here. Very good. As I swallow. Now I'm going to wait and set it because what I'm worried about is the aftertaste. Kind of sticking around. Can feel it a little bit.
Yeah, like it's coming from the back of your throat.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I love spicy. I like spicy. It's just not ideal all the time for radio. But right now, I'm being able to power through it. So I don't know which one I had from them, but that made it particularly difficult. Maybe it's this one. Maybe I will be struggling here in a few minutes. It does seem like the heat's kind of sticking around a little bit. I like it.
Yeah.
But as I just take my last bite there. So we'll see how it goes. Again, where can people go if they want to get smoking gun jerky?
All right, there's two places you can go for smoking gun jerky for yourself. Stop by the store at 443 North 48th or You can go online and order at smokinggunsjerky.com. Use code Farley for 10% off your order. And I guarantee you, this is some great jerky.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rand and Joe, for choosing Bock the Blackshirt to have y'all taste test and to try to get it on the market better than we can do. We need to get it into Memorial Stadium. Bock.
That's the goal. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some competing jerkies over the last several years, I know. But this one definitely, like you said, just the taste is great. They got different, all these different flavors for different taste profiles. This wicked awesome one, again, not overwhelming as far as spicy. A little bit of kick to it. If you like spicy, they've got that. Like I said, love black pepper. I put pepper on my pepper, so you put that with garlic, it's fantastic. And that old baby one, again, that might be my favorite one of the day so far, despite how much I like black pepper.
I feel that wicked coming.
Wicked's coming back.
It's not hot, but it's like a dragon blowing a little fire out of his mouth.
You can feel it. Your breath's a little hotter than it was
before. Yeah, but it's great. That's right. Smoking Guns Jerky of Nebraska, 443 North 48, or you can order online at smokinggunjerky.com. Use code word Farley to get 10% off. All right, Bock, what else we got?
Well, just a couple thoughts here off the text line. Bill and Bennett says black pepper and garlic is my favorite. So that's always a good one. He knows he's had it before. And Cupsker says should be Lost My Baby Barbecue in honor of the Blackshirt. Maybe they can wing something together for you eventually here. But as I look through it too, we did have a little press conference today, a mini press conference. Of course, Thursday's not the biggest ones, but there are some thoughts from Coach Rule on this on the game and kind of what's going on into it. So we'll look into it. It says, what's the first look into Saturday's game? So this is probably where he started off.
Well, I think you have to start with their defense, what they've done defensively. They give you a ton of different looks. Okay. And so, I think there was one drive in the first 6 plays were 6 different fronts. And so you're constantly seeing different pictures. It's the way we play defense. So I think that presents a real challenge. They show different coverages. They've got some excellent football players. They have a kid 6 who I think is as good a player as you'll see. And so getting in the right play, knowing our issues, and converting on third down. They've only given up 1 conversion so far this year. And so that's difficult to do. Offensively, they're gonna run the football and with different runs than we normally see. They run counter, they run a stretch lead, they run insert. So some plays that we need to see. The quarterback's a good player. So I think the biggest challenge, though, is, when you go against the defense that's had that level of success, if they don't turn the ball over as many times as they did in the last game, they probably win the game. And so, when someone turns the ball over that many times, you're pretty sure they probably practiced it all week. It's not like it's like the flu that you can't get rid of it. Like I'm sure they emphasize it. So we're not counting on getting turnovers. We're counting on having to play great defense and sustain drives, keep people out of the red zone, touchdown, hold them to field goals. And so that's been our overall emphasis the whole week. And we have to do it just for us. We have to do a better job of getting to the quarterback. Now that teams have been getting rid of the ball pretty quickly, but we've got to get to the quarterback when it comes down to those drop back, long yardage, or if they decide to just make it a drop back game, we have to be better.
Terrell, is there any concern with you so far far through the season? Obviously, it took a game and a half before Nebraska was able to get a sack. Now they have 2 of them, but again, those are primarily the backups that got it. Coming into the year, that was the thought was, hey, Nebraska doesn't have the beef up the middle, right, with Ty and Nash, but the BTN guys came in. It was just basically anybody's evaluation was, well, at least they've got some guys that should be able to get to the quarterback off the edge. They've got some pass rushers coming. Nebraska so far, again, maybe part of that's how quickly teams are getting rid of the ball, all that. But are you underwhelmed, or are you okay with Nebraska's pass rush so far, even though, they've obviously had a good start to the defensive season?
Well, I think it can be better. Not saying it's probably the worst we've seen. Probably needs to evaluate themselves and try to get ready. I mean, because next week when you play this Michigan team, we could talk about, well, Michigan lost to Oklahoma. Oklahoma's probably a good team. Michigan's a good team. Even though they was 8-5 last year, still they beat Alabama at the end of the year. Still they have guys that's big on that offensive line. True, they do have a quarterback in a work in progress mode, but I think Matt Rule just did a great job of selling this Houston Christian game. When you talk about their defense, is this team worse than Akron? Yes. Any common football fan will tell you that. Matt Rule just did a good job of why you should go to the game. He just gave you some examples of a team we should beat by 100, saying they have a great defense. But yeah, got a great defense in their division. But when you step up to the big boy league, this is about how you can punish a team like this, especially in the trenches.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Now, maybe Houston Christian would beat Akron. We don't necessarily know. Like we said, different level. But we saw several FCS teams take down FBS teams this past weekend. Of course, we know that's happened traditionally in college football. So we'll see if Houston Christian can give Nebraska any more of a test. But of course, a lot of this weekend is kind of more focused in on individual performances and see how these guys grow, especially some guys that don't get as many snaps, at least didn't get many snaps going into that game. That's where we'll jump to next. A few different guys that did get an opportunity to get in. One was Gabe Moore. Here is Coach Rule's thoughts on Gabe Moore.
Yeah, Troy Vincent did a great job of we had to go back and watch they had a couple practice clips and we had to watch some high school tape. He was a really good player coming out and just, had some injury history. And so, guy just needed a fresh start, and had a good spring when he was able to get back out there. Then he was out for the whole summer. He literally didn't practice till last week. Last week on Tuesday was his first actual practice. So he hasn't done anything yet in terms of practice wise. So, but he's got really long arms. He's explosive and he's a smart young man and he cares. So I would just think that you'd probably see Gabe's development accelerate because now that he's practicing and playing, and I think he's going to be a pivotal piece. We just have to keep him healthy. He's got a lot of work to do there just to continually stay healthy. But he's one of those guys we were counting on of, hey, if we can get this guy back, if he can give us, is it 10 snaps? Is it 50 snaps? That depends on the game. But he's an anchor in the run game. And so excited to have him. I'm really proud of what he's done so far.
What have he done, Bob?
Gabe Moore. Yeah. Well, he got in. He was able, I think, fight back from injury is probably what he's talking about for the pride there. But obviously, you expect maybe he'll play a bigger role as the games go on. It's kind of interesting between him and Jalen George. Jalen with less snaps than Moore did, but both I think graded out higher than anybody on the defensive line in Pro Football Focus against Akron. And those are two guys. Again, that defensive line room was interesting this offseason because those weren't necessarily high in names, right? Jalen George, obviously from the FCS level, Gabe Moore coming from limited snaps over there at Mississippi State. But, if they can provide that depth, and of course, again, we kind of looked all offseason. Williams Nwaneri, obviously a big addition on that defensive line, but that was, some felt like, are they taking big enough swings here? Are these the guys they need to land? So they still kind of have some prove it to do, maybe in that sort of feeling, but I'm excited to see it happen. I mean, Gabe Moore was pretty instrumental in one of those near goal line opportunities. Of course, Cade Petrock ultimately got the sack. The tackle for loss in the end zone for the safety, but Gabe Moore was right there. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Another defender that we got our first major look at was Jameer Khan. Here is Coach Matt Rule on Jameer Khan's performance.
Yeah, well, Jameer is an excellent player. He's done a great job. We have, if Malcolm can't go, we also have some other lineups we can go with. Some other guys, we'll move it around. We had a package last year where Donnie Jones went in the game. But Jameer's tough, physical, smart, has done a great job for us on special teams, and was ready when his number was called. So John and Addison, our defensive back plays been really good through 2 games. And I think John, Addison, Phil Snow, and Adam and Michael, they've done a great job of working with each player because we do so many different things with our guys that we've cross-trained them. That I think Jameer's coming on, but we also, Sierra, Marshall, Donnie are playing. Buford, short tackler. Just done a great job. And Deshaun played his best, one of his best games last week.
So there you hear I have the breakdown on Jameer Khan, and that's a lot of that's just kind of the reaction to the fact that Malcolm Hartzog might not be available this week. Of course, the hero of week 1 for Nebraska. So, I mean, he kind of broke down what I would break down there amongst it too is, does that mean Jameer Khan, who is labeled right behind Malcolm Hartzog, gets the start, or do they kind of try some different packages? As he mentioned, there's a couple guys out there that maybe have a little bit more experience, or maybe they believe in a little bit more. Donnie Jones obviously getting the black shirt, that would imply that might be the case. So we'll see, how much Jameer Khan we see. But again, it was impressive throughout the game. You kind of get to the point, and Terrell, you talk about this with your backups back in 95. It can be a test to come off. You're maybe not expecting to play certain games. Certainly were, if you're a backup. But just to kind of get in the flow of things, and you can kind of give some things up. And Nebraska's secondary didn't seem to miss a beat when some of the reserves came on the field.
Yeah, these guys are doing a great job. When you look at what they've got this year, you have a new coach this year. You have several new guys back there that transferred in, and you mix them up with some young guys. So this is a great group. Hasn't been tested yet. So, but really tested a little bit with the. You could say Cincinnati tried at the beginning, but RPO was mostly the thing that hurt this defense. Same with Akron. So they didn't hurt this defense with their passing, their rushing. It's just, you take this game and you try to, when you play teams like this, you want to hold them up under 100 yards if you can. Yeah. Probably your goal is, when you play teams like this, probably 200 yards total offense. If you could do it, less than 100 rushing, less than 100 passes. So you try to set a goal like that early in the week, and you play hard to try to stick to that goal part.
Yeah, play to that standard, even again when the reserves come in, working as a team to kind of get there. A few other thoughts from Coach Raiola. Let's start with Gunnar Katula. Of course, has now the solidified starter there at the tackle position. Here's Coach Rule on Gunnar Katula's comeback.
Spot he is now.
Yeah, he's an excellent player. I mean, I think if he was if he was from somewhere else and had offers from other people, people would be like, I think when I got here, I watched him on tape. I was like, well, this guy's a 4-star player. He's excellent, long arms, tough. It's just, I don't know. I think he's always been a good player. He went in. What he did, the hardest thing that he ever did to me was he went in against Illinois. He was third, and all of a sudden he was first, and he went out there and he played well. And that's really hard when you put that thing up against your body for those many weeks. To your point, but Gunner's a guy, we didn't know where he was going to start, but I was pretty sure he was going to be a starter for us. And I don't think he couldn't play center. I don't think he couldn't play guard. I think he could play either tackle. And so he's just an impressive young man, and we've got him for a long time here. He's a young player, and so happy to see his development. And I think it just speaks a lot to, and I know Teddy got up and I think he said something to you guys like, there's no place I'd rather be hurt. It was kind of a weird statement, but it's true. Mitch got a call from one of the kids who went in the portal, Mitch, who does our sports science, and he was asking him questions. He's like, hey, at my new school, I'm hurt. What should I do? And, we just don't have what you guys had there. And so, we just have such resources in Drew Hamlin, and our doctor situations elite, our training situations elite, and they care. And so, a guy like Gunnar not just comes back, but he comes back better. He comes back stronger in all these other areas. So, but I just think he's an excellent player. I just think, because he's a local kid, maybe we just take him for granted. Oh, he'll go to Nebraska. The thing is, when we find a local player that we want, we think, hey, that's a Husker. We've just tried to make sure we recruit them like not with oh, he'll come here, right? We've recruited them. We've tried to, whether it's Carter Nelson or the kids we're recruiting moving forward, recruit them like we're last on his list. And I was here just for the end of Gunnar, but a great family, coach's kid, and I think he's going to be a really good player in the Big Ten for a while.
All right, we'll see how all this goes, Bock. It'll be a lot of shuffling still going on, I think, when that line. I mean, we have to play somebody, but this is the only reason I can't really debate this talk right here, because we haven't played the teams we need to play for me to see this. What this offensive line has. This goes for all the guys, not just Gunnar. This goes for Teddy. This goes for Justin. This goes for every guy on that offensive line. I have to see us play some top competition for us to have a reply to this.
Yeah, it is. It is interesting, and that is a fair point. Again, that's where you wait to be exposed. Hopefully, it doesn't happen throughout the season, but you might have to kind of shuffle some things around. But it's good to hear, the versatility that they feel that they have in Gunnar Gatula. So, I think he's been, one of the better tackles that Nebraska's had over the last couple of years, and the limited amount of opportunity that he's been given. And so, obviously, that's going to be with the personnel, Nebraska's going to have trouble getting tackles, I suppose, to say, to compete with their starters over the last couple of years. So, you might kind of be circled in on that spot. But the fact that he can kind of play all positions on the line, that's definitely going to help him, down the line as far as opportunities go. And, I was just really impressed, especially the first big run Emmett Johnson had. He cleared out the guy right in front of him on the defensive line, went to the second level and took out a linebacker and opened it up for him. So it's good to see Gunnar Gatula there. Like I said, no wars on the depth chart. Turner Corcoran graded out pretty well when he did get in. Obviously, Elijah Pritchett, a man of interest down at third string there. So we'll see how it plays out, but off to a good start for Gunnar Gatula, and a cool shout out there to kind of the recovery team. And of course, Matt Rule, again, as good as anybody that I've seen here at Nebraska football or across the nation at any chance he can get to hype up and prop up some of the team members that you might not see that are kind of behind the scenes. It's so interesting to have a former player call back and see if you can still get your help. And like you said, these guys really care. So probably willing to give that to him. Let's go with one more segment before we got to get to break. And let's focus in on the quarterback. This is Rule's thoughts on Dylan pre-snap.
He was doing a lot last year. I think from day one we've done it with him. I just think he's, it's only this will be game 16 for him. I mean, he's still so young in his journey. He's just doing it at such an advanced level. And he can come out and he can say, oh, it's man, I'm going to go to this. It's two man, I'm going to go to that. It's, so as a play caller, you can give him things and you can call a play. And if it's not the right play, he's going to get you into the better play. No, he's just not picking from whatever. I mean, they've given it to him but I think he did a lot of it last year. I just think that we've elevated it and we've added more things. And then the team's just a lot better. The offense, the guys who were here last year, they're just playing a lot better. We're better up front. We're better at a lot of positions. So he can get the checks and guys aren't missing them. They're not we're just another year into it. I think where you see a lot of growth from him is in the flipping of protections too, because as I said, there's a couple steps to it. First, a lot of guys come out and they play quarterback. So who am I throwing the ball? And they get blitzed in the face, get hit in the face, and they have no idea. And then the next level up is to understand, hey, two guys come over here. I'm hot. I've got to get the ball in my hand. That's where a lot of guys play in college. The next step is, hey, I'm going to get hit. I'm going to check the protection, and I'm going to, protect myself. He's at the fourth step, and it happened after Iowa going into Boston College. Iowa did a great job. They kept blitzing the back, keeping the back in, and then he had no relief when the guys weren't open. And he started after that game going into Boston College. He was now flipping the protection, even when he knew there wasn't a problem, to the guy he thought was coming so that the back could get out. And so he's way up here right now. Last week, Akron brought a zero blitz. They came all out, and he kind of drifted to his right away from who he knew was free. And he hit Jacory on a wide depart fade down the left sideline. So, sometimes even as you're watching the game, he threw the ball to Wood against Cincinnati, like on the 40-yard line, 45-yard line. He saw what the coverage was. He checked to a little screen, threw it to Wood, and hoping he breaks the tackle. Bonner gets tackled, goes to fourth. That's when I decided to. I can't remember if I went for that one or punted that one. But I guess my point is you can call the play. You can call an aggressive pass play, and if he's going to get overwhelmed with the pressure, he's going to check to something to get you out of it. So I just think it's the same. It's all the same words as last year. There's nothing like Dana didn't reinvent the offense. It's all the same things. It's just we try to do what he does well. We try to do what our players do well. And I think he's taking these things to another level in terms of, hey, call the play. I'll get you in the right play if it's not right.
There, hear it again from Coach Rule talking about Dylan Raiola pre-snap and ahead of his years. We knew that was part of the reason he was one of the top-rated players coming in, and of course, as you might hear in past press clips, he's got some mentors and Matthew Stafford and Patrick Mahomes and guys like that talking to Tom Brady that can probably help him along in some of those things. But again, wise beyond his years, and now you really get to kind of see that factor in a little bit more than from the freshman year, where you still are adjusting. I mean, you might know a little bit more than the typical freshman about adjusting pre-snap, but you're still adjusting to kind of the speed of the game. Obviously, different things being thrown at you. You heard Matt Rule kind of go through the steps and progressions you take as a quarterback, and that could be big. You know, that will be big down the line, to be able to adjust the offensive line, to adjust the protection, and find something that they need to get into. It's some real, you know, stuff between the ears, some real impressive stuff for, again, a quarterback of his age.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very mature for his age, and he can only get better. You know, like I said again, Bock, these 2 games are not telling me anything. But from what I seen from Dylan last year, he's a great quarterback. I want him. I still want to see the deep ball. That's what I want to see. I want to see why we went and got Hunter. I want to see why we went and got Dane Key. And, you know, I just want to see Ja'Cory Bonnie break that and just go long down the field. You know, we haven't seen that Holgorsen offense like we wanted to yet. And I think it's coming.
Well, it's interesting. Their stats are certainly up there, a lot better than previous offensive coordinators. Again, quality of competition might play into that for these 2 weeks. It's kind of the stat padding type of game to where they can get to that. But maybe we're starting to see more of that Holgorsen offensive production that we hope to. But as Rule said, not much changing in the actual plays or the language they use for it.
Yeah. All right, Bock and the Black Shirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking top models from Can-Am, Kawasaki, Honda, Polaris, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Indian Motorcycle, Sea-Doo, and Triton trailers. Score big on our massive selection of Can-Am side-by-sides with rebates up to $3,000 on select in-stock models. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location. They can't wait to get you set up for football season.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole Ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at UCLA in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at HuskerFanTravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a hotel in scenic Santa Monica, an exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on your game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA is not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at UCLA. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at HuskerFanTravel.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. I thought we was gonna have Jake in it for a minute. He ran out real fast. I guess his Jerry Seinfeld is not working today.
He's trying to give you some Skittles.
He's always trying to feed me. He's always trying to make me bigger than him.
Oh yeah,
you know,
he does that to me too.
Yeah, but the one thing about Jake Sorensen is you'll never have better calf than him.
What's that?
He looks like the kickball champ of the world.
He
with
doesn't
his calf.
skip leg day then.
Yeah, look like he's run 10 miles every day. Probably look like he jogs to work every day.
Well, good for him. That's a good,
All
good
right.
shout out for him.
But let's talk Adrian Martinez, man. We
Yes.
just seen a couple of things about him pop up on the internet lately. What do you think about this? What's going on in San Fran?
Yeah, so again, San Francisco, Brock Purdy could miss as many as 5 weeks. Could be 2 to 5 weeks here, but they at least are planning on him not playing in this upcoming game. So that leaves an opening there. And Brock Purdy, of course, has been the starter there. So Mac Jones is going to fill in. Now they need a third stringer. Guy that's been on their practice squad is Adrian Martinez. So they're planning on moving him up. They did have Mike White in for a competition or tryout as well, not signing him at this time. So again, that pretty much clears it up for Adrian Martinez to be the backup to Mac Jones as in an NFL game. He has, of course, played and tried to make it for the Jets this previous preseason, some other teams in the past. But this will be his first time, things are all pointing toward that way. First time being able to suit up for an NFL game. They do take on the Saints this week. So you never know. Obviously, you don't want anybody to get hurt as far as Mac Jones goes, but maybe could get in for a few snaps, maybe get in for more than that. So who knows? It could be start of something fun, but at least, all you can be asked for is an opportunity. He's fought his whole life to get to this point. Obviously, a lot of ups and downs, as we know here at Nebraska, and now is going to get the opportunity to suit up and play a regular season NFL football game. Again, whether he gets in or not, it is an awesome opportunity, and I think most people cheer for Adrian. He's been pretty well spoken about Nebraska and his time having been here. Just didn't quite work out between him and Scott Frost as far as that pairing. Nebraska, of course, stuck with Frost for an extra season, and Adrian went on his way to Kansas State and won the Big 12 championship there. So hopefully he gets an opportunity. That's all I can say.
Well, Adrian's one of those guys we have to give a pass to because, he started here as a true freshman, played his heart out, couldn't win the big games. I say couldn't win them, but, had Scott Frost. That's the only thing we have to say about that situation. You had a head coach in Scott Frost, went to Kansas State and did great. Went to the AFL, what's that league they call it? UFL, was the MVP there. I hope this kid gets a chance to play. Brock Purdy is a great athlete. Adrian's a great athlete. Hope Adrian gets the chance to fulfill his dreams of playing in the NFL regular season game.
Yeah, and as we look at quarterbacks, of course, there's a couple other things to break down here. First of all, Ravens, Lamar Jackson will not be punished by the NFL for shoving a fan. He did come out and apologize for that, but in a way that he didn't completely take all the blame for it. He said, just chill next time. Jackson said after the practice on Wednesday, you can talk trash and stuff, but keep your hands to yourself. Jackson said he has not heard from the league about potential discipline, but we did hear today that he will not have any discipline. As far as the fan goes, he was ejected from the stadium Sunday night. Also has been indefinitely banned from the Bills and NFL stadium. So it does look like the fans getting more of the
short end
than
of the
Lamar
stick.
Jackson.
Yeah. The fans get the long end of the stick. Sometimes a player is guilty. I mean, you can't really just go by every time. A player has to be guilty sometimes.
Yeah.
And that guy didn't really, he didn't cause no harm.
Just tapping him on the head.
Yeah, I mean,
helmet.
You've been tapped on your head plenty of times. It's just crazy how this stuff goes.
I was a little bit surprised about the response. I thought that, obviously putting your hands on any fan it could be pretty bad. So I'm a little bit surprised about the NFL's response. So I agree with you. Let's keep the quarterback updates going now. Jump into the college ranks. We talked about Alabama and Wisconsin set to play this week. Wisconsin's going to do so without starting quarterback Billy Edwards Jr. At least that is the idea at this point. He's unlikely to play. He sprained his knee in their opener. Danny O'Neal, a sophomore from San Diego State, transferred in from San Diego State, is in line to start for the Badgers. And it looks like Alabama's wide receiver Ryan Williams is on track to play against Wisconsin. So everything seems to be against Wisconsin this week against Alabama. And Alabama responded well to their opening week defeat, which was the surprise across the nation. But I don't think it looks good for the Badgers. But you never know. Again, it hasn't taken the best of teams to beat the Crimson Tide lately.
Yeah, you're right about that, Bob.
A couple other updates. Missouri, quickly through this one. Missouri quarterback Sam Horn to miss the rest of the season with a leg injury. He was competing with Bo Pribula, if you remember, to be the Tigers' starting quarterback. Pribula has looked great. So he probably, I would assume they would have stuck with Pribula anyway because he was 30 of 39 for 334 yards and 3 touchdown passes in the huge victory for Missouri over Kansas. But just so to keep that in mind, Sam Horn now out for the season. So it is Pribula is definitely the defined starter for the Missouri Tigers. And then the other one I think of maybe of most interest, it's been reported on for a couple of days, but we haven't talked about it. Colorado is going to third string quarterback Ryan Staub as their starting quarterback against Houston. Again, big one on Friday night. He began as, I call him third string. It's not just we know the other two names. He did begin the season as Colorado's third string quarterback. Behind Caden Salter, who was the big transfer in freshman phenom Julian Lewis. But he did play. Staub is that well. He did play well against Delaware, completing 7 of 10 passes for 157 yards and 2 touchdowns. And they said he might be the starter after that. He is. And now, so it's interesting. Salter had a 23-6 record as a starter. Lewis was ranked number 12 in the overall class of 2025, but it's Staub who is now starting for Colorado. Are you surprised by this from the Buffaloes? I mean, usually, think of something kind of unconventional. That's a pretty quick quarterback change that they're making. They must not like what they've seen from Caden Salter so far.
Well, yeah, he's a freshman too, but you would expect Dion to go with the guy that he recruited. Especially being a 5-star quarterback. Is it going left in Colorado? It probably is about the quarterback situation. I think the other guy played a great role. He just need to throw it a little bit. He needs to just take it down and run. Most of the time he was rolling out and he was just looking for a guy. He never took that step to try to run the ball. But at the same time, then you got a kid who I think he's from Colorado that wants to succeed, that wants to play, and now he gets his first start.
Yeah, a lot of just interesting quarterback movement there. I think in general, so that will be interesting. And then a couple other notes that I had from college football that I can share as well. Temple is hosting Oklahoma, and their coach is using video of Oklahoma's reporter bashing the team as a motivation. So, it's similar setup to Nebraska when Matt Rule goes up to the podium. Sometimes you can hear a little bit. There was kind of a hot mic moment that was released from the Oklahoma athletic department, I believe, just altogether, doing during the press conference. And they were taking shots at Temple. And so the Temple coach said he's going to use that as motivation. It is a weird type of game. Oklahoma traveling to Temple. You just don't see that too often. And Temple, of course, we like to think of them fondly from Matt Rule's days, but they've had some struggles since the 2019 season. In 2020, they went 1-6. And after that, they've been 3-9 for 4 straight seasons. That's tough. Off to a 2-0 start here under KC Wheeler. But of course, their biggest test will be against Oklahoma. So that's one coach from the underdog role using a little bit motivation. Let's go to another coach here. This of Ohio University's Brian Smith. He was asked about Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs, in of course, 2 of the best players in the country. He referred to them as 2 of the best receivers in the country and went on to talk about the receiving acumen that they had. The problem is, of course, that Caleb Downs is a safety. He might have been thinking, might have just been a misquote, a misspeak, or a misthought anyway. I'm sure he knows as he's scouting the team going into it that, that maybe he was thinking they was asked about Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate. But of course, the internet's had some fun to poke at Ohio University's coach Brian Smith to say he doesn't know who Caleb Downs is going into the game. Keep in mind, too, with Ohio, this is not Tim Albin's team. A lot of people kind of remember Tim Albin, former Nebraska assistant under Frank Solage, who took that Ohio job and did wonders with it, had 3 straight 10-win seasons. Remember, he went off to Charlotte, where he's now 0-2 after an 0-2 start there. But to let you know how good Albin did there, Frank Solage had 1 10-win season. So to have 3 straight at Ohio was good. And it was a surprising move this offseason when I saw him jump to Charlotte. But in any case, Ohio's got their hands full, especially if they don't have Ohio State scouted very well.
Yeah.
So that's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's a lot of tough things going on right now, Bock. I'm just trying to, I don't know, man. It gets to that part of the day where you just get brain fog. You know what I'm saying? It's like
you're still thinking about that beef jerky, aren't you?
Yeah, I just keep eating it. I'm still sitting over here eating
still
it.
have those bags over
Yeah,
there.
I got all 3 bags in front of me right here. Look.
Well, no wonder I'd stop thinking about other stuff. Beef
I'm chewing and not trying to chew loud, and all right, that's why I give it to you sometimes, Bock. 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
A fall aeration by Judson Irrigation will help maintain your lawn by maximizing the effectiveness of your watering and fertilization. Judson will flag the locations of your sprinkler heads, followed by a deep core aeration to give your lawn the breath of fresh air it needs. Schedule your aeration today. Your lawn will love you for it.
Let us aerate today to ensure a healthy head start for your lawn next spring. Go to judsonirrigation.com or call Judson Bylene 402-420-6277.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
Hey there, this is Paul Shield, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old-fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs have been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store. Family owned and operated, located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road. Go bold this summer and fall with endless possibilities. Stop in now for the best selection on sweaters, outerwear, suits, sport coats, dress pants, and dress shirts. M Suits Clothiers, your menswear store.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. September 11th, 2022. Happy $15 million firing day to Scott Frost.
Okay.
3 years ago, he got $15 million on September 11th. Had been fired. He went 16-31 at Nebraska.
Yeah, and of course we know now coaching at UCF. We were looking at the schedule earlier, so they got this week off. Of course, they started 2-0. Then they'll play North Carolina next week. Unfortunately, at the same kickoff time as Nebraska, Michigan. So we'll all be focusing on that. But you might have a little bit of a side eye to see what kind of happens there. There's not much to say that hasn't been said about Scott Frost and his his regime here. Unfortunate that it ended up that way, but here we are.
Yeah. Did you see the Pat McAfee show? I don't know what they're talking about. Don't schedule them. We're playing them next year, and they know how to win. Oh, Ohio Bobcats.
Yeah, Ohio. It is a good point. So Matt Rule is going to make a weekly appearance on the Pat McAfee show, and they did talk about Ohio. Ohio did get a big win this last week. It wasn't maybe in the front of everybody's mind, but a big victory over Rich Rod in West Virginia. Of course, Rich Rod making that return there. That was supposed to be a big story this year. Maybe it still will be. Maybe Ohio's pretty darn good. We'll have to see. But like I said, we were kind of talking about them going into that Ohio State game this week. It's going to be a little bit more difficult this week, so we'll see. And their coach has to learn who Caleb Downs is. So,
all right, Buck, James Madison and Liberty. They signed a contract to play on September 15th, 2040.
Oh.
It's one of the farthest contract football games on record. 2040.
That's 15 years from now. Over. What do you say? September something? I mean,
yeah,
over 15 years from now.
Oh, my God. That is crazy.
So the kids that will be playing in that game are what, 3 years old?
Yeah. That's crazy, man. It's crazy how they do it. All right, Buck. Like I said, tonight, Commanders versus Packers. Did you say who else? Wake Forest versus North Carolina State?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game. So it'll be on the ticket, won't it? Or
the Commanders and Packers will. Yeah.
Commanders and Packers will.
Yeah.
All right. If you're not busy tonight, check us out. Late night ticket. DP be doing the 10 to 12. I know he's out of town and he won't be in. Chris Raff and Demarion Pearsonell, they got their shows back. What's the name of Raff Good Takes and Don't Punt Hour?
Yeah, good morning.
All right, and my boy Ricky Simmons, he called me with Mike Rozier on the phone.
Did he?
Yeah, this weekend I like talking to them too. I missed them, and then I called them back. I'm always a callback guy.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Yeah. Like, some people don't call back.
And Ricky should be back for his show on Sunday, though. Yeah, so good shout out.
All right. All right, Bock, I guess we're done right here. Bock in the Blackshirt, 93.7 The Ticket. Check us out tomorrow. Good Sense Friday. We'll talk more college football. We'll try to get a little bit more info on Houston Christian and what they got.
Plus, we had some Bar 48 gift card to give away.
Yeah.
Like I said, Good Sense Friday.
Pick
we'll make our picks, yeah?
Yeah, we'll be
fun show
here
tomorrow.
All right, 93.7 The Ticket. Bock in the Blackshirt. We'll see you tomorrow.